Hello. I think it only right to begin this off by saying I'm having a drink right now. All the more reason why the following subject matter is very important. For those of you that are young, alone, you just moved out of house, you just finished college, you have access to booze, you have your own money, you're starting to put your life together, you now also have to deal with the reality that you no longer have the same accountability structure or consequence structure you did before. And because of that, there is often the question of how much is too much. And that is a difficult question to ask. Now, the first thing you need to ask is, what kind of drinker are you? Case in point, me, I drink when I am alone. Like, I'll drink socially, but usually I drink due to some sensation of loneliness, not getting enough human contact for that week, just not having the right headspace for it. Now, this is a group where their drinking is usually triggered by either loneliness or the feeling that somehow if they drink enough they won't have to feel this way anymore, which in my mind is the root of all addiction. It's a form of escapism. Now, the next category is on the opposite end of the spectrum. These are the social drinkers. These are the kind of people where how healthy their drinking habits are usually determined by the quality of people they're drinking with. Case in point, if you are in a bar setting and you're with a group of friends that, push you to go that one drink past what is perfectly reasonable, and automatically you lose all of your higher functionality and are stuck facing all of the consequences, not with a conscious mind, but rather when you wake up next to a trash can a day later. Or so I've been told. Now, there's also a way this can work perfectly fine. I've known guys that they can, between 3 people, finish off an entire handle of Svedka while playing D&D. And that's perfectly fine, because all of them plan to stay the night. All of them know each other well enough to know how much is too much, to the point where it's detrimental to their health. And all of them know the triggers that would make someone drink out of line, so to speak. Now, the final group is the group that is the most concerning, given the rapid decline of physical and mental health of the American people. And this would be the category of the self-medicating drinker. These are the people that are drinking due to some form of pain, because the entire point of alcohol is that it numbs you. It makes it so that you don't have to have the intrusive thoughts. It makes it so that you don't have to feel things, because emotions are objectively terrible. This is the group where their triggers are as stated: mental or physical pain. Their drinking is to try to escape that hellish existence for even a little while. And I can't blame them for that. That is the same kind of horrors that makes people dependent on pain pills or any other form of narcotic. So, now that you know the kinds of drinkers, the next question you need to ask yourself is, do you pass the reverse Nanny McPhee test? For those of you that don't know who Nanny McPhee is, read a book every now and then. It might do you some good. But the fundamental philosophy of Nanny McPhee when she's dealing with troubled children is, if you need me but do not want me, I must stay. But if you want me and do not need me, I must go. Now, the reverse of this is, if you want me but do not need me, it can stay because you don't need it. It is a healthy relationship between you and a mind-altering poison. On the opposite end of that, there is, if you need it but do not want it, you shouldn't go near it with a 10-foot pole. Because that means that you, as an individual, know you shouldn't be doing this. You know you shouldn't have it. You know that you do not want it. You do not want to wake up with a hangover. You do not want to wake up with this taste of vomit in your mouth, clinched over a toilet, praying for death. You don't want that. However, because one of the above factors, be it loneliness, be it pain, be it bad company, you feel a need for it. Not a want, a need, which is exceedingly dangerous. Now, we all have our demons. We're all trying to figure out how to make our lives work. But what I'm trying to say in this is the first case to solving a problem is identifying whether or not you have one. And the joy is a lot of us are still young enough that we can still fish enough of the garbage out of the lake before it freezes that we just might be able to solve it before it becomes a real problem. Anywho, this is just me throwing my 2 cents into the ether, hoping that maybe, just maybe, another young man trying to figure their life out is going to hear this and say, wait, I do need it. I should really not. Or, okay, this validates that I have a healthy drinking habits and I'm not causing any self-harm. Either way, this is mostly just me screaming into the void. Anywho, for all of you wondering what this is, it's Jahirto with 2 shots of Bacardi. Why Jahirto? Simple, because Mexican sodas are objectively better. Why? Because cane sugar is objectively better than corn syrup. Anywho, I thank you all for your time. And I hope you all have a good drink. Or, if you need it, you don't. Anywho, good day to you all.